Hi everyone, welcome to my channel Knitting for Baby. Thank you for watching and thank you for subscribing. In today's tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make the garter stitch. The garter stitch is done by knitting every single stitch on every row. So in today's tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make the knit stitch. I'm also going to show you how to keep a nice edge just like this. This one here, I did not do anything special. I just knit the first stitch and the last stitch. Whereas this one here, I slipped the first stitch with the yarn in front and I knit the last stitch through the back loop. So I'm going to show you both ways. Okay, so let's get started and thank you for watching. Okay, so the first thing that we need to do is we need to cast on our stitches. In the first tutorial, I showed you how to cast on your stitches using a crochet hook. I will leave the link to that tutorial up here. Make sure that when you're casting your stitches, they're nice and loose, just like mine, like this. Okay, and the next thing that we need to learn is how to hold your needle with your left hand along with the yarn. The best way to hold it is the yarn needs to go over your index finger, like this, and then hold your needle like this. Okay, so like this and then hold. Some people, like me, like to also wrap it around my ring finger under like this. Okay, so now that we know how to hold it, to make your first knit stitch, we need to make sure that the yarn is towards the back. Okay, and we have this first loop. Let's say this is the front leg of your loop and this is the back leg of your loop. To knit, you can insert your needle through the front leg of this loop towards the front like this. Then you're going to wrap the yarn over this needle, hold it with your right index finger and bring it towards the front and under like this. Then you need to let go of this loop that was on your left needle, and now you have your first stitch on your right needle. Again, insert your needle through the front leg of the stitch towards the front, wrap the yarn, hold it, bring it through that loop and let go of that loop, and now you have your second stitch on your right needle. Again, insert your needle through the front leg of the loop, wrap the yarn, hold it and bring it through that loop and take off that loop. As a beginner, I want you to hold this yarn with your index finger so that when you bring it through, it doesn't come off your needle. Okay, just like this. There will be a time you won't have to do that. But for now, insert your needle, wrap your yarn, hold it, and bring it through that loop and take off that loop. Again, insert your needle, wrap your yarn, hold it, bring it through that loop and take off that stitch. Again, insert your needle, wrap your yarn, hold it, bring it through that loop and take off that stitch. This is all there is, and you're making the knit stitch now. Okay, so once you come to the end, you're going to do the exact same thing. You're going to knit the last stitch, just like this, and off. And now you're going to hold this needle with your left hand and do the same thing we just did. So insert your right needle through the front leg of the stitch, wrap your yarn, hold it, and bring it through that loop and remove that stitch. Insert your right needle, wrap your yarn, hold it, bring it through that loop, and remove that stitch. Again, insert, wrap, hold, bring it through that loop, and remove. Insert, wrap, hold it, bring it through, and remove. Insert, wrap, hold it, bring it through, and remove. Insert, wrap, hold it, bring it through that loop, and remove. And once you get the hang of this, all you have to do is wrap it and bring it through. You don't have to hold your yarn. See? Open your stitch and bring it through that loop and remove. Open your stitch, bring your loop, and remove that stitch. Open, grab a loop, and bring it through. Okay, so let me show you that again. Insert your needle, wrap, hold, and bring it through, remove. Okay. Open your stitch and bring it through. Open your stitch and bring it through. Open your stitch and bring it through. Once you get the hang of it, this is all you have to do. Open it, bring it through, remove. And knit the last stitch. And that is how you make the knit stitch. So if you notice, we're starting to see the garter stitch. So when you knit every row, you get the garter stitch. So I'm going to do a couple more rows just like this, and then I will come back and show you how to make your edge like this. Right now it's looking like this. Okay, I finished making a couple rows, and as you can see, this is what it looks like when you knit every single stitch, including the first one and the last one. That's what it looks like. Okay, so to get an edge like this, this is what you need to do. We need to slip the first stitch with the yarn in front. So, okay, so just take it off your needle and bring the yarn towards the back now. And we just knit these stitches in the same way that we did until you come to the very last stitch. That's where the next change comes. Okay, so we have the last stitch. Okay, so this stitch here, we're going to knit through the back leg of the stitch. So insert your needle through the middle like this and knit. And that's all there is. Now hold your needle with your left hand, and again the yarn needs to be in the front. Slip this first stitch off. Make sure your yarn is now in the back, and you knit in the same way that we've been doing until you come to the last stitch. Okay, so we have our last stitch. Insert your needle through the middle and knit the last stitch like this. Okay, and then again. And now the yarn is in front again, and the first stitch we're going to slip off, and the yarn is towards the back now, and knit the next stitches. Okay, the last stitch, insert your needle through the middle and knit. Okay, and that's all there is. You're starting to see what it looks like. And this is what it looks like when you continue with the rest. Okay, so this has been today's tutorial where we learn how to make the knit stitch, and the end result is the garter stitch. Okay, so this has been today's tutorial. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time.